Some of y'all might remember this. So back in like November of last year, I built this garage after a fire we had last July. Beautiful thing about it is insurance finally paid and we could afford to rebuild it. So all new fencing, and if you look back in the videos, and I will tag that, this was all gone. That house was just destroyed practically. So everything's been put back together pretty good, and I hope the individual who decided to start a fire intentionally to burn my garage down realizes that I came out a lot better, actually. So you know, I just bought a Farm Boss and when the garage burned down, I hadn't even got to use it yet. But got the new one, so good to go there. And got a bike rack and new fishing poles. Kind of like really, the only thing that actually hurt about this whole garage burning down was my granddaddy had built me a fishing pole when I was a kid, and it meant a lot to me. But got a couple new ones, and everything's built back pretty much how it was, and better than ever. So got a new fender for the truck, starting to collect some parts. Got a new bumper off of a old camper hauler set up off of a F-250 from the 90s. It's not too bad. I just got to modify the brackets a bit. It's got a class 5 hitch built into it. That bumper's like 200 pounds. So got a new toolbox, got all new batteries. A bunch of my batteries actually were cracked and whatever. So once again, yeah, I came out a little better. So this blade, this built this garage. I only needed one blade for the circular saw, and it carried me through many more jobs, and it was working great until the other day I decided to bury it into the concrete. I was cutting through a board and didn't realize the depth was set too deep. So got a new power washer, and it's the North Star 13 horsepower. So works great. Like, it actually kind of wears you out. It's so powerful because you're having to fight the nozzle. It's got a lot of back pressure on it. A customer gave me this, and it was actually all rusted up, and so I sanded it, cleaned it up. This is the only part I didn't paint on it because I don't want to mess around with all that stenciling. But yeah, he gave me that, gave me 2 tanks of propane with it. I'm going to be doing a 1-year review with this lawnmower soon. So far it's been pretty darn reliable. Got some new windows going in the house, and that's about it for the garage. Oh, and I got this smoker. Same customer gave it to me. He's going, I think, through a divorce, so he just was getting rid of some stuff, and pretty good deal. The truck, it's been running great, no problems with it. I've got to get a new, other than the I got to get a new AC pressure regulator switch or something, because the old owner had bypassed it and it was always running the compressor, which is not good. This car hopefully will be sold soon. I'm looking at upgrading to something much cooler. So the only damage that still is around is the back of this pergola is a bit burned, and I'm going to be replacing all the damaged wood there. But I decided to do a different type of siding on the garage, which transferred over to the house. This is a James Hardy plank. It is, in my opinion, fireproof. I put a piece into that chimney and I burned it for a half hour, and yeah, it turned black, but it didn't burn. So all this is Hardy plank. Decided to do some of the trim in black. It's a little bit different. I moved the palm tree. This thing was like 1,600 pounds, and I was using my skid steer, and it literally was like tipping the whole skid steer over. So, but it looks like it's going to live. It's been here for about a month and a half now, and it's got new offshoots. So that's a really good thing. Those things are not cheap, and I grew it from like a little guy, and came out pretty damn stout. But I got all new windows in here. I got cedar shake up there, and I got rid of the power line going across, and that's why we have this trench here. That's why I had to take all these rocks out. And right now, we're working on the front. It's a slow process, but I built this awning. and it's going to be arched, and I'm going to use wolf beadboard, and it's going to look about the same color as that door. So as I get money, I'm just doing this project a little at a time, and it's coming out. I got to do these 2 windows next. This is a new front porch, and I'll do a reveal on that when it's done. The guy doing it obviously doesn't know how to keep a job site clean. A friend of mine had recommended him, but I mean, literally, he left his wheelbarrow in the road, and I might go pull it out, but like, you know, someone starts stealing stuff, you know, I'd do a little better than that. That's like, this is, wow. Anyway, so I just wanted to give y'all an update. Everything's coming together, and on the up and up, and hopefully we'll get some projects going with this truck soon. Just been on hold. I am monetized by YouTube, but I've made like, all year I've made like $300, and I've pretty much decided that I'm not going to spend it, because I'm, you know, obviously working on the house, and work's been a little slow. So I'm not going to be spending any extra money I don't need to on that truck unless I make it from YouTube. It was actually really cool. They gave me they sent me a free Chipotle voucher thing, so I'm gonna go get some of that later. But no, it's you know, it pays, but you know, you got to stay consistent with these videos, and that's something that in my busy life I forget to do a lot. But y'all have a good Sunday. I am gonna be sitting by this guy all day. This is a I made it myself. It's I brined it for 7 days. If you bake it, it turns into corned beef, but if you smoke it, it turns into pastrami. It's a brisket. So I will be very likely starting another channel as well, just doing stuff like this, smoking and using the blacktop. And I think I'm gonna call it Smoking with Charlie. Anyways, guys, y'all have a good Sunday.